All rise.
Thank you, Sheriff. Y'all may be seated. Members of the jury, it is my understanding that you all have reached unanimous verdicts in all three of these cases. Mr. Janachik, you are the foreperson, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you handed all three of those verdict forms to the bailiff, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I have those, Mr. Gill, Mr. Oliver, Mr. Brissett, Mr. Lane, if you would please rise for the reading of the verdict. This is cause number F1718595-V, the State of Texas versus Roy Oliver. The verdict form reads as follows. We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant guilty of murder as charged in the indictment. Signed by the presiding juror. Mr. Janachik, is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Members of the jury, if that is your individual verdict, if you would please signify so by raising your right hand. Please let the record reflect that all 12 members of the jury did raise their right hand. Cause number F1700576-V and F1700579. Verdict forms read as follows. F1700576. We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant not guilty. There's a signature here. Mr. Janachik, is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And does that signify your unanimous verdict?
Yes, sir.
Members of the jury, if that is your individual verdict, would you please signify so by raising your right hand? Let the record reflect that all 12 members of the jury raised their hand. F1700579. We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant not guilty. There's a spot here where it appears that you have your signature, Mr. Janachik.
Yes, sir.
And there's also a spot where part of it's scratched out, but you've written a note at the bottom. We, comma, the jury, unanimously find the defendant not guilty. And that's your signature too, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Members of the jury, if that's your individual verdict, would you please signify so by raising your right hand? Please let the record reflect that all, I'm sorry. Thank you. Please let the record reflect that all 12 members of the jury did in fact raise their right hand. Mr. Oliver, Mr. Gill, Mr. Brissett, Mr. Lane, you all may be seated. It's customary in our law and our procedure to take a break at this point, so if you would please go back with the sheriffs and await further instructions. All rise for the jury. Thank you, Sheriff. You all may be seated. Mr. Snipes,
Yes, sir.
does the state have any evidence it intends to introduce in the punishment phase of this trial?
Yes, sir. Significant amount.
All right. And when do you propose that we begin to do that?
Sir, at your pleasure.
All right. How about it's 2:20? Will 15 minutes be sufficient time for you to get your witnesses?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Mr. Oliver, Mr. Gill, Mr. Brissett, Mr. Lane, I'm going to discharge your defendant's bond. I'm going to hold him in custody at this point, from this point forward. Sheriff, he's your prisoner now.
Sir, please step up.
We'll start punishment in 15 minutes.
Yes.